You're listening to DisRace. We got you locked and loaded. DisRace live from Uptown Comedy Corner, the new improved Uptown Comedy Corner, Atlanta, GA. DisRace, where our motto is no hate,
no fear.
But no fear. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away.
And we never run.
But we never run. That ain't never went so smooth until Bo P ain't here. My main man, Bo P, the black box. We flying without the black box.
Ooh.
But we got black ass Tim instead.
I'm box enough. Thank y'all for having me.
We got Mook man instead.
In the hazy.
We got the Honorable Mohican Minister.
Always saving the best for last. Always saving the best for last.
We got Will Glad I Ain't Smith, the technician. Head of security, Richard Torrance, on the ones and twos, under the supervision of Handball Love. We got behind the scenes, man. Those of y'all that don't know, they really think Angelo owned the club. Real owner is here. He's always low key.
Low key.
Well, look like my Warriors gonna make me a little money after all.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm just tired of seeing light-skinned people win.
Oh, come on, man.
Come
Yeah, no, he hits every shot from everywhere all the time.
He was missing so many shots the other day.
Last game, he only got, I think, 12 points the whole game.
That's because his mama was there with her new boyfriend.
Tell him how like it is, man. Tell him like it is.
Dale was there with his new girlfriend.
Oh, no.
And if she get pregnant, gonna be some more light babies running around because she's white.
Well, when we get into that, did you see that broke on who Dale showed up with and who the woman actually was?
Huh?
Yeah. No, who was?
So
it was a man's ex-wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
Go ahead.
So I was just saying, I just didn't know if you know that I was going,
No, what?
See well, the man that Sonya is with, Dale is with his ex-wife. Now, was it cheating or was it some little swinging thing going on?
Petty. No, it's petty. That's petty.
I think
Because they tell me that's how them swinging things end up a lot of times.
Yeah, I think it was some swinging going on.
I think there's a little bit of swinging thing going on.
Oh, well, that's never happened to me. Never mind.
I ain't mad at him either way. To each his own, man.
Yeah, I just saw that a lot of women hated the fact when Dale put his arm around her. I was in the Highlands watching the game, and there was a lot of women that was disappointed that Dale went that way. And I understand why we can't get a pass, but it was all good when she did it.
Women be killing me with that. Women be killing me with that. And the sisters, they be mad if brothers that they don't even want.
Exactly.
Doing something else.
Right.
And they be mad because they went out and got a white woman. You don't want him.
Well, he got a lot of slack. I'm talking about it was a table of women.
How white is she?
That was upset.
She's white.
She's white.
And sometimes be like the sisters be like, why should he be happy? I'm gonna get some hate mail. It's all right.
No, everybody's had a white.
Steph was missing bad, boy. He was missing bad at first. Actually, I think Boston had a good plan, but it just didn't work. They locked him down.
Yeah, I think Boston came in to negate him, but that allowed others to thrive.
But I think that was a setup. I think that's a setup. You got your best player. You know you going to another game. You're ready to go to game 6. Why not let them just rest? Let other players do what they do.
Oh no!
He had just scored 43 the game before.
But that's my point. Though everybody else was doing like they said. They had him double teamed
up.
Not
in the championship.
That freed up everybody else.
Mook, the series is tied. How can you rest a superstar? What are you talking about?
Do you not remember when Golden State had an awesome bench and they had the playoffs against LeBron? Steph set out a lot because that bench was doing their job. So Steph and they could sit out back and forth.
Yeah.
What I'm saying,
that's not the same strategy as missing shots.
They were 2-1.
No, I'm not saying
shots on purpose.
I know. I'm not saying he was missing shots.
Everything.
I'm not saying he was missing shots on purpose. I'm just saying his focus. It wasn't. He didn't put in 110%.
Oh, shit.
He didn't have to.
If they want to, they want them rings, bro.
No such thing.
But he's gonna get it.
They want them rings.
But it worked out. The other team members stepped up. So now when they go back, now they're going to have to focus on, what's his name, Wiggins. They're going to focus on Wiggins.
Wiggins balling.
Yeah, he balling.
That boy went crazy.
No,
Boston ain't gonna win.
I think they're gonna close them out.
No, they're not gonna win the series.
I think they're gonna close them out.
I agree.
It just doesn't. Smart has kind of gotten into this personal battle of stopping Steph, and he ain't running the offense, and it's just hard because you're gonna have to score 109 to beat Golden State. Period. Getting off the bus, whether they off or on, you have to start. I just don't know if Boston can just do it. It seems like Golden State is figured out how to stop their straight line because the first two games Boston was running straight line, which they call penetrating and dishing it out, and it seemed like Golden State has shored that up, and now they've just gotten better from a total offensive game plan.
My real question is there going to be a situation where Draymond Green can just stay in the whole game?
It shouldn't be. I think
You know, as much as I like the boys hustle, and you need an enforcer.
It's a lot,
He's
right?
a distraction.
He's
brother.
a distraction.
You know, you're supposed to have controlled anger, controlled
Every time it's
craziness.
something.
You
Just
ain't
go to
supposed
the
be-
bench.
You ain't supposed to be crazy for real.
He wasn't that bad the last game, bro.
What did he do so crazy?
He was better.
He was
than
bad.
last
He was bad last
game. I'm
game.
talking about Jimmy.
Right,
His last game, he was under better control.
Right.
But when your teammates worry about you getting 2 more texts and being out of the series, that's not a good thing, bro.
I don't know because from my angle, I think you need sometimes a guy like a Draymond
You do
Green.
need it.
Because
But he needs to be under control.
Right.
See,
Even
Michael
Rodman.
Jordan could control Dennis Rodman.
Rodman, right.
Because Michael Jordan go whisper to him, "I'm gonna fire you if you fuck this up."
Right. But Draymond,
Pretty much.
I just think it's hard to get rid of a guy that's that energy. It's like when the Saints had Jeremy Shockey, my brother said the one thing that he hated about what the move they did was that when they got rid of Jeremy, he said because no matter how good they were offensively, when defenses get to talking, you know, some guys would bar down. Jeremy had a lot of voice, and when he meant he was going to see you off the field, back by the University of Miami, you know, back then them guys from the U, it was on and off the field. So when you had Jeremy talking back like you ain't going to talk to Drew a certain way, you going to talk to these guys, they needed Jeremy.
Yeah,
And-
but that it's a little different in football than basketball.
Definitely.
Basketball is actually different
Could they win without
from a lot of
Draymond?
sports, huh?
Could they win without Draymond?
No.
No, I'm just saying the
Okay.
man needs to be under control, man.
Yeah, and basketball is one of those sports.
You got to be under control, brother. You can't really be crazy.
No.
I think as long as they got Iggy on the sideline, I think Iggy's that sounding voice. I think that's one of the reasons he's an unspoken hero. To have Iguodala back, I think he's that extra coach that can bring
But
Draymond
when the
in.
rest of the team is worried about whether you fitting to get texts,
It shouldn't be.
you know, it shouldn't be. That's not conducive to winning.
But Kerr benched him in a crucial game.
He did.
For several minutes. So
He
I
did.
think that's a
to
form of
calm him
control.
down.
Yeah, they calm his ass down to
Because
control.
you got to get him his Ritalin and all them little special medications.
Yeah.
Nah,
It's gonna go 7. Will said it's gonna go 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, they playing in Boston tomorrow.
It's the end of tomorrow.
I think it's gonna be over, Will.
I just don't see him trying to fly
Yeah.
back. Well, I'm gonna fly back.
But at
3,000
any
miles and get
rate,
beat.
even if Boston wins tomorrow, the chances of Boston beating the Warriors twice in a row, wherever they are, is very slim.
No.
Yes, Golden
Very
State just
slim.
won 2 twice in a row. What
Oh,
are you
they
talking
just-
about?
oh, they did?
They won in Boston. Yeah, they just won 2 back-to-back games. They won in Boston, 43, and they just won they did.
Yeah. So
I'm telling you, it go rough, man.
this,
Yeah.
the sports rose on. It's been an interesting series because I thought it was gonna be a blowout. I thought the Warriors were gonna sweep them.
Yeah,
I ain't
no.
think
Tatum's just too
I ain't
good,
think
man.
that, yeah.
Is Tatum too good, or does just Golden State go 0 for 10 in the first game and allow Boston to get that?
No, let me tell you what I think happened first game. Al Horford had one of them out of body experiences.
There you
Yeah.
go. That's what I'm saying.
He used to do it every now and then when he was with the Hawks. Every now and then.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the way Boston shot the skin off the ball that first game, it really could just easily right now. Golden State could have clinched the series and stuff. But that's not to discredit Boston because I thought they played great defense. But still, though, I mean that first game they went cold. That first game, Golden State went really cold, and like he said, Horford and White was hitting shots with people painted all over him. So I still think the series probably should have been over. But hey, credit to Boston, they played great defense.
So
Yeah, he could coach anything.
Game 6, if Stefan's mama show up with somebody different, the Warriors will probably lose.
I don't know. He might be mad. He might really pop him off then.
But it's all in the game.
Oh yeah.
Odell handling it well. He like they said Kanye was babysitting last week.
You can't
While
baby.
Kim and Pete were out on the beach on a vacation.
There's no such thing as babysitting your own children.
Looks like he done gave up. Yeah, hell if it ain't. If they try to get me babysitting my granddaughter, I don't play that shit.
People
I
always
don't play
say
that shit.
babysitting your own kids. You can't babysit
You
your
bring
own
her over
children.
here, but you can't leave.
Yeah, man.
When you leave, she leave.
Oh man, babysitting your own children.
There's a little video I'm gonna show you on break. There's this little girl rapping to the new song, talking about we ain't gonna babysit your kids. But I mean, she does a really good job of rapping. Talking about she's babysitter free. Instead
I love when you.
when you see it, it's just amazing how the young lady is rapping, saying she ain't gonna babysit no kids.
'Cause I don't know, babysitters back in the day, you get $2 or $3 an hour. I heard now they $25, $30.
Yeah.
So
Easy,
maybe I will
easy.
babysit her.
No, not these kids.
But
Not
I
these
need that
kids.
money.
Not these kids.
It's a little video. I'll show
No,
it
but
to you.
there's a whole situation, right? Like Kanye is now he has his children. Wasn't that what the goal was? Isn't that
No, he
what he
just
wanted?
he got children while Pete and Kim on the beach on a vacation. He don't have the children.
Do y'all think it was necessary for Kim to put in her little interview that the reason she really hit Pete up was she was just down to DTF? So for those that she was just down to have sex. She said initially when she went on the
That's
show,
not what DTF means.
down to you don't play. You know I can't say certain things. Anyway,
That's exactly what it means.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man.
So when Kim went on Saturday Night Live, she thought he was funny. Then her publicist reached out, wanted to get his number. She said she was just trying to have fun, but it ended up being more what it was. But she said that's what she was down for. That's the only way she called him. Why even put that information out there? Like, yeah, she put that out there in an interview
You act
recently.
like you shocked that Kim said something stupid.
At this point in her life and stage, I just can't believe
Do
like
you
when everything's
think
going
she
on.
really is that bright?
That's his best
The
friend.
only thing she
Do you
does well is
you agree with the assumption that Kanye is a genius?
No, Kanye's not a genius.
he's
I think he's very
musically
talented.
He's a
super
music
talented.
genius.
musically.
I ain't gonna say music. I just think he's
Production-wise.
super talented.
Ducks and ride. He's a
Well,
genius.
how would you define Kanye, DC?
I think that's actually he's a musical genius and a fucking idiot. You know? Everybody talk about slaves were volunteer. Slaves were volunteer. You telling me your great-great-great-grandmama volunteered. She in there with your great-great-great-granddaddy. Plantation owner's son come in there and grab your great-great-great-grandmama out of there, take her in the house, and do whatever to her. Then send her back out to spend the rest of the night with your great-great-great-granddaddy.
Volunteer.
And his nasty ass want a piece. And you telling me that they were volunteers.
Volunteer.
That was the dumbest shit I
yeah.
ever heard in my life.
So let me ask you this, DC. Like when you think about the new national holiday that's coming up,
Juneteenth.
and this is this our second year? Is it having it as a national holiday?
I don't know about national holiday, but you
No,
know,
everybody gets Monday off.
everybody been celebrating it for
The banks
years.
will be closed on Monday for Juneteenth. Not everybody. So what do you? How do you feel about the Juneteenth experience?
Good. I think every day should be a holiday.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Well, I just know a lot of people. I just know
So
a lot
we're
of
getting
people.
paid for it? Is this one we're getting paid for?
It's paid
National-
holiday.
Okay.
But what I find is that everybody's getting really offended because now Juneteenth is now being recognized by the government, and reparations still not recognized. But
Oh, we ain't getting y'all no money.
Walmart and everybody else is now selling Juneteenth memorabilia.
Oh yeah,
They
they don't
stopped
capitalize off
telling
of it.
people because somebody had produced a Juneteenth watermelon salad.
Oh yeah, no.
White
that was
folks be
it.
trying to be funny.
That's
White
that
folks, y'all
museum.
funny.
That's the museum where they say
Y'all funny. Yeah, at the museum they was saying watermelon salad, and then somebody else made a Juneteenth chicken something.
So what's the answer? What is the traditional? What is
that's
the
what they like.
Yeah, it
traditional?
was ice cream,
Because that's what they like. They like chicken and
Watermelon.
watermelon. That's
Hold
what
on
they
now,
like.
hold on
which is
now.
true.
Exactly. What are we talking about? So what would you say is the least offensive Most traditional food for black
I'll
people.
tell you, that watermelon salad sounded pretty good to me.
That chicken sound kind of good to me,
That
too.
chicken sounds good. Watermelon and chicken are
now if you put
delicious.
chicken in ice cream, now you're going too far.
Okay, but you fried
Chicken
up
and watermelon.
But the
Watermelon's
other-
favorite chicken.
But hey, man, any holiday fine by me. I have mixed, but that taking on stuff. I got mixed. I even had mixed. I had mixed emotions about Martin Luther King Jr. I think it'd be a holiday, but do you? The man, in essence, died so we could work, and to celebrate that, we gonna take off.
I have no words. Only you.
Yeah, only DC would think like that. That's how his mind works. That's his
That's very
mind
deep,
works.
DC. That's very deep.
And-
I never
and
thought
no,
about it
that's
like that.
And some white person is going to use that's watching this show and say, you know what? I saw DC say it. That you taking off, and you both got to ride to work, and now you're taking off on it.
And we like to thank our
They're gonna
only
use that.
white listener.
They're going to use that against us.
So I got mixed emotions.
You just gave them ammunition.
The slaves that you tell the story, man. You historian. Tell the story. The slaves didn't know.
Oh, the Juneteenth story.
And I saw some.
Okay.
I saw some niggas in Decatur the other day. They still don't know slave free.
So,
You want me to tell the story Juneteenth or
yes, the story.
MLK?
You want to go?
Juneteenth.
Come on, historian.
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
Okay, so if I'm correct, I want to make sure I'm right. Juneteenth is celebrated, unfortunately, because of the fact, like I said, isn't that when slaves and stuff are free?
Yes, and slaves and stuff,
No,
by the way,
no,
folks.
no,
Slaves
no.
and stuff. So, what was happening was
Sometimes just good to pass the mic.
if
Just
you
good to
don't know,
pass the
the best
mic.
thing to say is,
Right.
I don't know.
Just pass the mic. Just pass
That's
it.
like,
Just
that's like,
pass
oh
it.
no.
Okay.
It's all right. Tim.
Go with it, Tim.
what happens is that throughout the Civil War goes on. The Emancipation Proclamation happens. All this stuff happens. And then after a course of 6 to 7 years, while slaves are just walking around free in the Southeast.
Those are the ones that didn't have cable and didn't read the paper.
So, right. The
slave.
soldiers march into Texas on June the 19th. And there's a bunch of slaves just being slaves.
Yeah, they ain't know.
Just, oh shit. And they was like, hey man, you ain't know that we free. It was actually black soldiers from the South that came and gave the information to slaves that were working in Texas. And that was the celebration of Juneteenth.
working for, if you don't mind me asking?
They were working for slave owners.
Plantation owners. You know, the slaves didn't have no access to
They didn't. There was no human resources department.
Wasn't no social media.
Right. They didn't know.
Who lost the war?
There wasn't no Facebook. Wasn't no FaceTime.
wasn't part of the union order.
Wasn't no CNN. They
No,
called
they
them
weren't. They were
CNN. They called them
exactly.
CNNs.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
They call them CNNs, but it wasn't. It didn't. wasn't no. They didn't. The slaves didn't have no phone. They didn't have no television. They didn't have no radio. So they didn't know. And it could very well be. And this is actually true, man. I was in Louisiana. It was a few years ago. I swear. I was driving my tour bus. I swear I saw some brothers. I said, them slaves.
Now I know we have to get out of here, but are you guys familiar with that case? They just made a movie about it, starring Keke Palmer. There was a group of people in the 70s that were locked up, and then basically slavery had gone on for so long. These Georgia farmers had owned so much land that the people who lived on the land had lived all the way, I want to say, to the late 60s or maybe early 70s, and they didn't know that slavery had ended.
Also, for those of y'all, since we own it, we may well be a little educational. America was not the only place that had slaves.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
there are slaves now.
Yeah, they work at their little massage parlors.
No, in some other countries. I mean,
sorry.
Slavery still exists, bro.
And
We'll be back. Me and these slaves.